Friday. And right about now, I want us to talk about matters the gospel industry, not only in Kenya, but even Africa, in the Caribbean, literally all over the world, and they just have the sharpest of minds to talk about that. Welcome to Friday. My name is Stanley Nyirungita. You can always talk to us on our social media platforms. And gentlemen, welcome to Kenya, first of all.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Any Swahili, before I actually get to your names, any Swahili words you've learned so far?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
How many hours in Kenya so far?
How many hours?
Yes, we came in yesterday.
About 24 hours.
Yes.
About 24 hours?
24 hours plus, yeah.
24 hours, you should have learned something.
We did learn how to say thank you, but we learned how to say thank you, but I believe it's
It's Asante.
Asante, yeah.
Let's introduce yourself as we move along. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
My name is Orlando Miller, aka Landlord. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas, and I'm a gospel artist, also a TV, radio host, promoter, manager, and my aim and my vision is to bridge the gap between Africa, the Caribbean, America, Canada, and that's my passion.
Right.
Yeah.
Landlord, why? I mean, in Kenya, we have a particular notion of how landlords are.
Just a good landlord.
Today is the 30th day of March,
yes.
And today is really end month. So
yeah.
you know, if you haven't really paid your rent, you know, you don't really want to meet your landlord.
Oh no.
How did that name come today? Before you continue?
When I was younger, I used to do gymnastics, you know, and I used to. You know, I came from humble beginnings. It wasn't easy. It was rough. My parents couldn't really afford, you know, shoes for me to be outside. So me and a lot of my friends, we would go out and we would do gymnastics in the road. We would do it in the grass, you know, flip off the rooftops, flip off walls.
Okay.
And whenever I do it, you know, I would do it barefoot and I would land in the road, but it never used to hurt my feet. And so my friends, they would have to put on shoes because it used to hurt their feet. And that is why they named me Landlord, Lord of the land. So that's how I got that name.
Quite interesting. And speaking of shoes, I love your shoes.
Oh.
You know, the flick and the ease and all that. Introduce yourself, tell us.
I'm Pastor Mel Holder from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a musician, I'm a producer, I'm an arranger, I'm an author, but most of all, I'm a servant of the Lord Most High. That's what I like to be called.
Quite a lot of hats on top.
Yeah, I do that.
Louis Vuitton, love that.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I seek to serve God's people.
Okay.
And my vision for coming to Kenya is to connect with the local artists, connect with the vibe that you have here, connect with what you're doing musically, so I can learn. So I'm here to learn, but I'm also here to share some of the knowledge and some of the things that I've went through that maybe can help somebody. May I say something tonight that can encourage somebody and help somebody that's going through something. So I'm always open to sharing, but I really came here to learn and to really absorb what's going on in Kenya.
All right. I'll definitely remind me when we finish, I'll wrap up Kenyan names.
Okay.
Original Kenyan names.
I want that.
Well, I don't know, you're in Uganda, by the way. As you introduced yourself, Grant, you're in Uganda. How's the experience? Was Uganda the first African country that you visited?
Uganda was actually the first African country that we placed our feet in.
All right.
My name is Pastor Juma Grant. I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but I reside in Canada right now, Edmonton, Canada. And it has been a very phenomenal run since we've been here, and it excites me.
Kindly,
I'm right here.
Higher. All right.
It excites me much to see what is taking place in Africa. You know, coming from the West, we always see things of Africa that will downgrade Africa. But coming for yourself to experience Africa is a beauty on its own. You guys have a beautiful nation.
Oh yeah.
Lovely people.
Lovely people.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Oh really? I should travel then, you know.
You have to, man. It's beautiful.
What's the most beautiful thing about Kenya you've seen so far, the past 24 hours?
The city
The scene.
in the night.
Yes.
It's breathtaking.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, the scene,
We had,
scenery.
we had the opportunity of.
Then Uganda, right?
Oh man, let's not go there.
Yes, it's
Let's not go there.
The difference.
But it's night and day. Uganda is lovely too, right? Because we actually had the opportunity of being on the ground, going in the slums, dealing with people. So
Yes.
Uganda is lovely.
All right.
But Kenya gave me a really breathtaking feeling, man.
Yeah,
Like we came on bus, we didn't travel by air because we wanted to see
Oh,
the
Bahamas.
landscape
Yes,
and all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
we wanted to enjoy it.
So
and-
we wanted to see
yes.
those things, and it was breathtaking.
Yes.
And when we got to Nairobi, it was like,
Wow.
God, man, I can live here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It reminds us of being home.
Yes.
Yes. The,
with
the
a different,
highways.
with a
and-
different twist, though. It had a
Yes.
different seasoning.
Yes.
I call this like the industrial Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, right here they call it the New York of Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Very
Let's talk
similar.
about the whole tour of the whole purpose of you coming to Uganda to Kenya. I don't know next your next stop. Which is
Well,
your next stop? Then yeah.
Initially, I have a few co-hosts. I have a TV show called the Caribbean African American Gospel Music Video Countdown, where we have, various different genre of music from out of Africa, the Bahamas, the Caribbean, the US, and then we also have different various co-hosts. And so DJ Adisababa is my co-host from out of Kenya, and then I have DJ Victor from out of Uganda. I have co-hosts from out of South Africa, Malawi. I have co-hosts from out of Zambia. So all these people, they always asking me, my landlord, when are you coming here to Africa? We would love to work and network. Okay. And so DJ Victor was having an event there, and he invited me. And so, I spoke to Jujumu, I spoke to Mel, and everybody was excited. I said, man, let's go, let's support our brethren, DJ Victor. And we went there, we had an awesome time. And we wanted to come here and support DJ Adisababa, and we also wanted to be a blessing here in Kenya, and
I was and sorry to cut you short. I was taking a look at a video of Uganda, the concert, and you guys were shocked. They were like, "Wow, is this how you guys party?
Yeah.
Is this how you do the gospel?"
Yeah. We were a little shocked.
Yes.
Because the youths were on fire. For
Yes,
God.
they are on fire, and they are worshipers. One thing that we admire in Africa, Africans are worshipers, and that is what a lot of people in the West are losing, that close-knitted relationship with God. And you guys have it. And sometimes you could have something but do not appreciate it.
Right.
And you get other people that comes in and see what you take for granted.
Right.
And that is what you guys have. You all have it. But my big aim of coming here to Africa is to network, to learn, like how Mel said, to really partner with different radio networks, TV networks, to see how best we could strengthen up, what we have, because what you guys have is amazing, and the world need it. And we can partner, network, get artists from out of Africa in the path where we are from, and also like Voice, because trust me, we have the networks to get them out there. The artists like Dangri, Tengse, and the other rest of artists that I might not know about, we could get them there get them from local to international.
Right.
And so that is what this whole thing is all about.
And speak of matters, straightening up things. Hold on, I can see gray hair, on your beards, and I'm definitely sure you've quite lived this up for quite a long time. I don't know how old you are, but then you've definitely been in the gospel and in the music industry for quite a long time. Do you feel like, in your experience, are the youth and are the young people really taking up the gospel industry for the right reasons?
Yes, I do. And I think that you said that. It's funny that you said that, because where I stand, I believe that I have a responsibility, because we live in 3 phases. We learn, we earn, and now we return. And part of what we have to do is return those resources, the things that we've learned, the things that we've picked up along the way, so that those next generation coming up, that they don't have to make the same mistakes we made. And we'll give them enough space to make mistakes, because you can learn from a mistake, but you don't have to stay there. And then you're gonna go through negative things and they're gonna go through positive things. But negative and positive work together for your good, because it takes negative and positive for a battery to work. So you have to have both things working in a situation for it to work positively. So you have to know how to channel those things. And I think at where I'm at now at my age, the things that's necessary for me to do is to return, mentor, make sure that they get that next lesson, get that next truth. And if they stumble, be there to pick them up. And musically, I love what they're doing. I learn from what they're doing. They do things a little differently. And I've studied music professionally. I can read, I can write, I can do all of that. But sometimes I see a young kid that don't have all of that yet, and they play something, I say, I'm amazed. How do you come up with that? That's the gift of God. So we can always learn.
What's your best instrument so far?
Say that again?
Your favorite instrument?
I'm a professional saxophonist.
Oh.
Yes, I'm a professional saxophonist. Yes.
Hold
yeah, like that. Yeah.
How long did you take to learn that before?
I'm still learning. I haven't mastered it yet, but I've been playing since I was, I would say 13. I started, so that's quite years. And I still don't, I haven't mastered it. I believe I'm getting better, and I believe that I'm maturing, and I think even till the day I die, I wouldn't master it, but I continue to get better, because I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to increase what I take in, because then I can give out more. So one of the things why I'm here in Kenya is to take in some things that I can give out. And as I'm learning, I'm gonna have more things to share and give to the next generation coming up.
I mean, Grant, I was listening to your videos, and it has some whole nice touch of reggae. Maybe you can give us a freestyle, maybe right now, a freestyle, something just straight out of your mind. But even as you think of that, how long have you known the two gentlemen? How long have you been working together? You know, he speaks about he's still learning. Are you still learning with the gentleman?
Life itself is a learning process every day, right? I've met Orlando for the past 3 years, I believe.
3 years.
Okay.
We took our time to build our relationship, where he went on to be my manager. I met Mr. Mel, Uncle Mel, through Orlando.
Oh, his uncle. Right?
Yeah, they put the uncle on. I'm trying to stay young, but
we met last year at,
in
Atlanta for the Stellar Awards, right? And it has been phenomenal working together, because we share the same vision.
Yes.
We want to accomplish the same thing. You know, we all are servants, because we're called to serve. So having that like-minded around, it really produces the right thing.
All right.
It really does. Freestyle. So I'll sing this off of my latest song. Yad hey va hey, you're the name above all names, and I'll gladly give you all the praise. Yahweh, you're the name above all names, and I'll gladly give you all the praise, all the praise.
Oh yeah.
I can feel like right here, Orlando's just humming along. I'll come to your freestyle later on. Then I want just to focus on, first of all, I don't know if you've met any Kenyan gospel musicians yet. Have you started working with them? And then in Kenya, I'll talk about something that I have seen in Kenya. It is always a hot topic in Kenya, and you can share how the gospel industry is in your respective countries. In Kenya, there's always a hot topic about some 15 years ago, maybe some years back, the gospel industry was vibrant, and people did it for the whole reason of being for serving God. But then later on, people didn't really feel, the listeners and the viewers were like, we don't really feel, the gospel industry right now, because the musicians, they're quite scandalous and all that. I can start with you, Orlando. You can answer, then you can have us that, give us that freestyle. You're cooking right now. But then I don't know, in where, your country, how is the gospel industry, how is it perceived?
Well, it depends on who really, looking at it, because sometimes you could look at a glass half empty, or you could look at it half full, So the thing is, I think that in my country, the gospel industry is really vibrant. It's growing. The young people are really taking it by the horn and taking it to another level from where we have left it. And I think that, we could work and get it better. But at the end of the day, we must understand that the knowledge that we had when I was growing up isn't the knowledge that we have right now because of social media. They have it more harder than what we had. When I was growing up, there wasn't really WhatsApp and Facebook. There's so much distraction. And then there's so much stuff coming on YouTube that is turning the young people away. And so they are getting a lot of, untruth out there. And they're trying to package that and put that into, the word of God. And so that is where we as elders have to, step in and show them the right way. You cannot move boundaries.
Right.
That boundary is there to protect us from falling from downstairs. So some things were put in place by the elders for a reason, and it need to stay. And so we as elders have to keep the young people in check if we want to see the gospel industry strive and go to another level.
I just want to just add to that. The key thing is what they have now that we didn't have is options.
Yes.
They have a long list of options, and my responsibility, landlord responsibility, Jumo responsibility, is to help them navigate through the options, help them to make better decisions, help them to make better choices. I think that's what we're here to do at this point, because the options is not going to change. It's going to get greater. The internet's not going anywhere. I did a research before the internet. Where did you spend that time? The internet is basically 20 years. That time that you're spending on the internet, where did you spend it? And the average person is spending more than 16% of their day on the internet.
All right.
So we now have to help them manage that time and process that information that it could be beneficial to them and help them grow in the right direction.
Right. Final question, then we can get into some music. All right. I told you in the last around 1 minute, some whole gospel reggae vibes. After Kenya, where next? Any big projects lined up?
Well, after Kenya, I'm looking at, we have the Stella Awards. We just was discussing if we're going to head down to the Stella Awards. I'm a Stella nominee. He's a Stella nominee, Grammy Award nominee. And so we frequently go every year. I'm also one of the media personnel for the Stella. And so we're looking at going there. And there's a couple other options that we have that we go into. The cruise. So I have a cruise that I'll be facilitating in the Bahamas, where we have different movers and shakers in the industry will be coming to the Bahamas, and we'll be facilitating them. But I'm looking at coming back to Africa. I want to do something in Zambia, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa, Nigeria, but my heart is here in Africa. I see the amount of talent, and we want to tap into that, and we want to take it to another level.
You are talking about the three of you, or
the whole team? The whole team. I
Yeah.
can't do it by myself.
Right.
Like I only is the salt. He might be the rice,
Right.
and then he's the water. And
Right.
we stirred it up,
Yeah.
and somebody else put the fire underneath it, and that's be some
right.
good cooked rice.
We've learned that teamwork makes
Make
the
the
dream
dream
work.
work.
That's it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Before we get to the whole acapella, individually, where can we find you on the social media?
Social
platforms?
media, just Google me, landlord from the Bahamas, or Instagram, Landlord 242, or just look for me on Facebook. Dealing with Google and social media is easy to find. Landlord 242.
All right.
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah, real simple. Mel Holder. Mel Holder at Facebook, Mel Holder Instagram, Mel Holder on Twitter, Mel Holder on Spotify, and you can go to my website, which is melholder.com, and also you can go and pick up my new CD, which is Phenomenal Music Book Volume 4.
All right.
You can find me on all digital platforms, all social media platforms. That is Juma Grant, JUMUGRENT, or Pastor Juma Grant.
Right. So here's the deal. I want an acapella, 2 acapellas. One will do it when I'm relaxed. I'm just looking at you guys. Then I sign out. Then we can have an acapella as we stand up and maybe dance a little to the whole acapella, right?
Okay.
Right.
Well,
So,
I have to.
so the first one,
Right.
which one?
What you got to do?
What I got?
Yeah,
What I
I'll
got?
get the percussion. I get the
Okay. Well, I can do something what a Nigerian artist did from out of Nigeria, big song,
Okay.
and everyone should know it, so everybody could be able to sing it. I don't want to do something with nobody knows.
definitely.
All right? So you ready for that?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can help me sing.
I'm good at talking, but
Okay,
then
so
when it
at
comes
least
to
clap.
singing,
At least clap then.
okay. I like this.
You are here, moving in our midst. So I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. But I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. Now let me tell you why I worship you. You are a waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Can you sing out?
Yeah, man.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
Wow.
That's
Oh
who
my
we serve.
goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Because of time, we really have to close it. You've been watching Friday, and Catherine Simole was on the sign language interpretation. My name is Stanley Nyerungita. On behalf of everyone who made this possible, have yourself a fantastic Friday. Let's stand up and, have it, finalize everything well.
Yes.
Right, we're ready?
Are here, moving in our midst, but I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place, but I worship you. I worship you. Why do you worship?
Here we go.
You are a waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. One more time, what you are? Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh yeah, you need to get into singing, man.